You may remember our London Calling episode in which I flew out to London to especially meet Ico, the design team that was working on the redesign of the Commodity brand. Well, ever since then, Commodity and Ico have had a great romance together, and here's a look back at how it all came together.
We're a fragrance distributor. We have been for about 20 years in the States, and we represent essentially artisanal, niche brands. We have about 20 of them in our portfolio. And to be quite honest, it wasn't really in our top of mind to buy a brand. I had followed Commodity, its development in the States. And then, that opportunity came to us. The brand closed down March of 2019. And I was presented the opportunity, and it all just kind of fell in place. And one of the things I wanted to do with Commodity was to exploit the experience we had over 20 years, right? So all of these ideas that we had over 20 years to see how we can apply them to this new brand. We would take a fragrance, right? Because creating an olfactive product is very difficult. So once you have something like book, a version for someone who likes a lighter fragrance, how do we make a version for someone who likes a stronger fragrance? And that's how the scent space idea came about. We went along the lines of the elemental nature of Commodity, right? The simplicity, short names, round bottle, simplistic design. And we tried to apply the concept of fragrance or use those criteria in fragrance as well. And that's how we developed the scent space concept, where you have 3 different fragrances or different concentrations for one product. This idea of modern American perfumery really clicked, right? Because first of all, the brand was born in San Francisco on a Kickstarter campaign in America. We're trying to do away with French terminology, eau de toilette, eau de parfum. There's nothing wrong with it, but we're an American company using terminology that some people may not understand. And so we used English words like bold, expressive, personal. Modern talks to the design aspect of it. American talks to kind of where we are and kind of the soul of the brand. And perfumery talks about the artistry. We're selling perfume. And so we figured we'll record this journey from the purchasing to the launch. And that's what brought on the docuseries. And to be quite frank, we didn't expect the reaction. The reaction was fantastic. It eventually spawned Commodity TV, which was your creation, of course. And we're doubling down on Commodity TV with different channels, with different series. And it was a huge help. And I recommend it really to anybody, but just make it genuine. That's what's key, is to be genuine. You said you don't have to say what a brand is. You just have to be it, right? By being what you're saying, it becomes that. And I found that really interesting. It's a bit of a longer road, right? So if I want to be modern, I have to do things. I have to collaborate with other brands that are in that same sphere. We have to have the aesthetic that's modern. Our language, our voice, our images have to be along that line. And so to answer your question, yes, we're going to take the long road, which is we don't have to spell out everything that we're going to be. We will be it by the content that we create, with the company that we keep, and with the products that we make. And hopefully, how long does that take? 3 to 5 years. A brand should crystallize into hopefully the type of brand that the founders and the creative directors are trying for it to become.